On February 15th, CBS News released a statement that their chief foreign affairs correspondent, Lara Logan, had been severely beaten and sexually assaulted by a group of Egyptian men. This assault happened on February 11th, the very day that President Hosni Mubarak stepped down from office after 18 days of Egyptian protests. Logan was reportedly rescued by 20 Egyptian soldiers and a group of women. Normally, news media organizations would not reveal the names of a sexual assault victim. So what happened this time? It has been speculated that Logan herself wanted the information made public. Other people guessed that CBS was going to get out-scooped by another organization and so had to act. Tonight, we're talking to two American university students about this situation and more specifically about how they would feel if they were put in Lara Logan's shoes. First, we'll hear from senior Daniel Raby, and then sophomore Allison Parambo.
If I were, I wouldn't, and I'd be extremely mad at CBS because of this. If I were a CBS executive, I wouldn't have released it. Even if one of my competitors was saying that they were going to release it, I would have said we prefer the if she wants to come out and say what happened to her, that's fine. But the whole thing was they took it out of her mouth and they were just like, "Hey guys, this happened." It should be up to the reporter or the person in general to decide when they want to come out and say this is what's happened to me. So I think it's weird when the reporter becomes the story, and it definitely was going along with the whole Anderson Cooper being hit in the face and other reporters being assaulted and yelled at, and it felt a little bit crass, like CBS was going "Hey guys, our reporter did it too, and it was worse." And
personally, if I were Lara Logan, I would not want this information released. But maybe I'd talk about it later if I wanted to help other victims, support them. But if I had just been raped, I wouldn't want people to know about it, or I wouldn't want to talk about it.
As you've just heard, both students agree that they wouldn't want this information revealed if they were Lara Logan. Why this breach of journalistic common practice happened is not yet known, but until we find out if Logan herself was behind the leak of the information, the story continues. Will this begin a new era where news organizations release the names of sexual assault victims across the board? Only time will tell.